People are talking about building fucking businesses and apps and things and they're not looking at the math. 99% of these companies are gonna go away, and it's been good for 9 years in the economy. There's money in the system. None of the businesses that are pre-Series B are making any money. What do you think happens when they can't raise their next round? You know how many companies are down rounding right now? All of them. Like, we are not having that conversation. So meanwhile, the propaganda of that, or crypto or other things, got people pumped, respect, interested. I'm sure there'll be people that win. Meanwhile, there's all this practical money. And listen, because I grew up pretty ridiculous, DNF student in like rural New Jersey, so like hunter boys that wanted to shoot you with their, shotgun. Then I went to Mount Ida College in Newton, Mass, 94% minorities, like kids that wanted to shoot you with different kinds of guns. And so like literally my whole group that I grew up with from, first grade through college, 98% of my friends make under $100,000 a year. Then I got into the tech world and these towns, and all my next generation friends, 60% of them have 8 and 9 and 10 figures. And I look every day and I live in this fucking bizarro world, and money is not the variable of happiness. I got boys on 2 fucking softball teams, fucking working factory job, making $47K a year and fucking happy as shit. I got friends got $150, 150 million in the bank, fucking miserable, depression, 3 times a day at the doctor's. Like, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, let's take a step back. The internet is at maturity, we're at scale. There's real dollars to be had if you build a practical business, and we're pumping people into a casino environment of like winning a lotto ticket. And then, okay, fair. If you're building a lotto ticket, that's how you win $50 million companies, $100 million companies. I respect that. My advice over here on the practical side is much more a $1, $2, $3 million a year business. But then I just look and I'm like, man, how many people are out there right now who would love to make $212,000 a year and love it? And I'm just struggling with like trying to figure out how to get this noise into the system because it's so real. Sitting here and you're really in like some need of finances, I'm being dead serious with you. You go to Craigslist, it's free. You drive your car, you take the TV, you put it on Facebook, you sell it for $60, you got $60. Like you could, it's just, there's so much of it, and like the people that listen to me and are like angry and have dirt under their nails and are ghetto like me that like love it, they're making like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month now. Shit adds up. Shit adds up. And so like, please, think about all the cool stuff that's out there, learn. By the way, I know that's what's being pushed down your throat 99.9% of the time, so I don't even have to speak to that. Let me talk to you about the 0.01% that's not. The internet is amazing. Like really crazy amazing. Like we take it so for granted, all of us, including the smart ones that have been part of it. We'll look back when we're all grossly underestimating what's actually happening. The internet is the middleman for everything. It will suffocate everything, all of it. Bookstores and taxi companies, they're just first. Everything. What do you think is gonna happen to mainstream media? It's all getting suffocated. Suffocated. Retail, suffocated. Personal relationships, suffocated. Real estate, suffocated. It's all getting suffocated, which means you have all the same access as anybody else. You just do. It's just true. And the people in the middle that used to just be there because of establishment, they're gonna have to adjust and actually bring value or they're finished. And record companies and book publishers and real estate agents, they don't do a whole bunch once they're established. That's the truth. They create distribution, but that's become commoditized. And so you need to understand this truth, because when I look around here, people are gonna live for 40, 50, 60 years. Like, what are you doing? Like, we got so much time. I get fearful when people are in their 40s, and they think like, it's a young man's game. Like, you're gonna be living here for another 70 years. Technology's getting good. You're gonna be older than you think. You have so much time, and everybody's in such a rush. They're in a rush because they wanna prove something to somebody, either their parents or to their contemporaries. And I'd really like to make it attractive to be like the person that went, like, listen, I think being a tortoise is cool, because you get to win the fucking race, Maybe your mom or dad thinks you're a loser right now, but like, it'd be much better if you won that debate instead of rushing into some dumb shit to make them think you're not a loser quicker. And that's all I see over and over and over again. And I just think that this conversation needs to be put in a system because look, there's a big difference between making money and raising money.